Alright. What's going on, guys? It's Koshade, and I'm going to be streaming the Arcane Duels League match for Sharkbait versus Biblofilter. We're just starting the game up right now, so obviously they gotta get all the lag settled, stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to this game. I mean, both players have been playing for a long time. They know what they're doing. And you know, when it comes to the league, I've seen a few games already played, and it's really interesting seeing how players want to sort of adjust to a meta. And how it can sort of either fall back in their face or work out really well. So, you know, both players knowing beforehand what mage their opponent's going to play and who they're going to play creates all these sorts of interesting little things. So I'm pretty excited to see this. Okay, well, regardless if it's working or not, we'll probably get it up. So, we have Sharkbait up here in the top left here, playing the Johktari. Probably one of the more aggressive mages, just innately because of the fast. Tons of different things you can plan to do around that. And the bottom right, we have this. We have the Bloodwave Warlord being played by Biblo, and both these players have been on the stream before. Arcane Duels, of course. Sharkbait being a part of the Arcane Duels team, but Biblo being in other tournaments, stuff like that. Solid player. Always pulls out these weird, random, cool things. Or sometimes just plays really straight. And so you kind of just don't know what he's going to do. Sharkbait, of course, playing the Johktari. I know he's done this on the stream before where he does the double move. He puts a layer right in your face, and he just gets super aggressive. The construction yard and the double move out of Biblo, and then a layer popping up right in your face, that's a little scary. That indicates that Biblo might be, he's ready for the animals. And, you know, the fact that he doesn't have to move to get in range to punch things means that he might be able to keep up with the spawns here. Not really sure yet. I mean, like, things like Ballista, turn 1, things like that is, you know, not uncommon to see against Johktari, only because of the aggressiveness that you see out of her. But anyway, we see also Sharkbait put an enchantment on the Johktari here. That's probably going to be some sort of Hawkeye. Just because like the straight maneuver here is aggressive layer, so you get creatures that are tough to kill, and then you throw a boomerang to take out whatever threats are around. And I'm a little curious on how this construction yard is going to be useful for Biblo, only because the layer is so aggressive here. And generally, right now, what you want is you want creatures. You're going to want buffs for your mage or attack spells. And conjurations can fit in there. That's things like ballistas. You know, stuff like that. And, you know, Hand of Bimshla, I guess, stuff like that. But, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what Biblo has in store. Just because using this right now, I think, is going to be a little difficult. Besides things like Ballista or Pillar. But honestly, right now, I think one of Biblo's best chances here is to see. I don't think combating the mage right here is a good goal unless you just have tons of boulders. But that would mean this construction yard's kind of wasted. At the same time, I don't know. Like, attack spelling the creatures down is okay, but really what he wants is probably to get some sort of weapon or something like that. So anyway, we're going to see the Emerald TU come out, which is a great creature for the Johktari to have, only because they're hard to kill, and those rots are a long game strategy. You know, so you want to get them on earlier, just so your mage, or so that the rots have a chance to actually do tons of damage. Just a note, he's a 9 mana creature for 3 dice. A lot of 9 mana creatures do 3 to 4 or 3 piercing, things like that. That rot, that damage over time sort of makes up for that difference, and it gets past some heavy armor too, so it's kind of interesting. We see Sharkbait retreat his Johktari a little bit, choosing to put on enchantments. Well, Biblo's gonna summon the big dudes, getting the bridge troll out. This is a really good way to combat the lair, and that is just have your own big dudes and then fight it out. Bridge Troll's tough to kill. Teagu's tough to kill. I think both of them are going to have an interesting clash. I think the rots do matter there somewhat. And yeah, here's where the construction yard helps. He just gets a ballista out immediately. I think Biblo is fighting this Johktari very well. Only because you want... Like, basically right now the Johktari has a very strong power in terms of the aggressive lair. And Biblo's just saying, I'm going to match that, maybe do a little bit better. The fact that Shark retreated and didn't get his boomerang throw, it actually hurts him a lot in this early game. It hurts him a lot in the sense that basically he's not going to be able to have that extra damage that he needs. I would have loved for him to have used his main action to get a Kajara out, and even if he just hit the mage, I think that would have been fine. Guard might have been appropriate. But I think the fact that it was Sharkbait's initiative last round made him want to be more defensive, and since he's fast, he can go wherever. So, is it a Rhino Hide, Akira's favor? It's probably one of those. It's probably what he just put on. Maybe a Hawkeye if he didn't have one before. But yeah, otherwise we're just kind of, I guess, waiting to see exactly how these guys want to clash. So let's just talk about this really quick. Bridge Troll, on average, 5 dice against this Teagu is going to do about 2 damage. So, you know, it's going to take about 4 rounds to kill this Teagu. If it's just straight up a Bridge Troll versus Teagu. Of course, you have things like Ballista involved. The Emerald Teagu, it's going to have regen 3, so you kind of have to rely on rots. So in a straight fight, this Bridge Troll is going to annihilate this Emerald Teagu, because you'll do maybe... you'll do 3 damage, and then it's going to regen 3. So you have to rely on those stacks to sort of do that. You'll probably get 2, maybe, on the Bridge Troll. So it's really not a good fight for Sharkbait to be in right now. That being said, this kind of play is really good against, or really bad against, like, asps. That's kind of what you typically see to counter these sorts of higher level creature plays. Looks like Shark's going to actually summon the Falcon. And Thunderroot Falcon is a solid choice. I mean, the thing is, the Warlord has things like rocks in school, so it's very easy to sort of just, like, one-shot these guys. Of course, the Ballista, too. But we've seen enchantment go down onto the Teagu. My guess is that's probably a... could be a reverse attack, but it's probably a Badger Frenzy, just because he wants to get rots on. That's kind of his main focus right now. Yeah, let's just see. So now that we're in main actions, looks like Bill was going to pass this quick. Okay, so we're going to see the Ballista get used first. So he wants to focus down these creatures. So they're both actually playing the same game here in the sense that they want to kill each other's creatures, get a creature advantage, and then win out through there. The dodge comes out. Great move from Shark. It is a novice spell, of course. And since it works on... you always get the defense against when you're a minor creature. He knew it was probably going to work against the Bridge Troll, which is 5 dice, or the Ballista, which is 5 dice, piercing 3. He's probably happy he got that 5 dice, piercing 3 attack dodged. That being said, now Shark knows that the Teagu is the main target, so he's going to have to react to that. And now that he knows that basically Bibble wants to play the creature versus creature game, this is going to be... These 2 zones are going to be the main part of the match. Looks like Bibble's going to roll 5 dice against this Teagu. Should get 2, gets 3 instead. A nice little extra damage there. Not entirely unexpected. Not entirely. So we're going to see this Teagu. Teagu's going to focus on the Warlord. So he's thinking that, okay, you have regen 3. I need to do this damage to you and have it stick. I might as well put it on your Warlord, make you sweat a little bit. If you get a rot, which he does, then hey, great. So he rolls 3 dice. He only gets 1 damage, which he should have gotten 3 about. But he gets the rot, so, you know, it's sort of like he got an okay roll out of that. The rod will be beneficial in the long run. Looks like this Warlord is actually just going to punch the Tegu. It does 1 damage, which, 4 dice, 1 damage. That's about right against 3 armor. And it's now kind of on Shark. Biblo's sitting at 10 mana here. I'm surprised he didn't consider another creature. He's probably thinking more bridge rolls. He's actually going to rouse on the Falcon, and he's going for the mage here. Roll 0 damage on 3 dice. That is what you call a bogus roll. Should have gotten 3, so that would, let's just say theoretically here, right? Should have gotten 2 on this Tegu. Should have gotten 3 on this Falcon. Right now, Biblo should be at 6. Little unfortunate. But, he got the rot, so that does mean something. Biblo's going to further his role here by placing a Battleforge. This is getting dicey for Shark, because, he started out with a sort of a big advantage by having this layer here in terms of economy. But slowly built Biblo with the Bridge Troll, with the Ballista. He's getting more damage potential out. And this Battleforge here is just sort of the seal in terms of like, okay, now I have all the things I want to do. And now my mage is going to punch you and not have to worry about using that action for something. Whereas, with Shark, we haven't seen the Kajara out. We've been seeing him try to go for 3 dice attacks with his Thunder Rift. Sort of an interesting note here. This Ballista costs 8, and it does 5 dice piercing too. It attacks once every 2 rounds. This Falcon costs 6. It does 3 dice. It's sort of an interesting thing because he got to roll with this last round, where Shark had to invest a whole Rouse the Beast on the Falcon in order to actually use that attack. Sort of an interesting way to look at how the dice is sort of stacking up against Shark right now. And Biblo's done a great job of planning around how to do that. That being said, did this construction yard not take the mana off? Did it not do that? I don't know if it actually did it last round. Because I don't think any Conjurations got destroyed, but it has 2 mana. Because I think he cast Ballista 2 rounds ago. And then he cast Battleforge a round. So I think he should be at 2 more mana on Biblo. No, he should be at 1 more. So it probably worked for the first one. Should it have gained 2? Should have 2. Excuse me, guys. Because he cast Battleforge, right? Yeah, that's... Yep. No worries. So basically, right now, this is kind of Shark's big moment here. This Ballista not being able to attack here kind of means that Shark has a little bit of breathing room this round when you have a Bridge Troll and a Orc Warlord in your face. But he's got to think, how can he deal with this Battleforge so next round he doesn't get popped again? Maybe by moving all his creatures over here. Maybe by attacking it. Maybe by putting up a wall. There's a few ways you could do it. But regardless, I'm wondering if he's just going to keep Emerald Tiguing the Warlord, which, I mean, for 9 mana, you know, he got a rot, and if Biblo doesn't deal with that, then, you know, it's probably going to pay for itself. Just the big issue is that this Ballista getting 2 shots, it way more than pays for itself. And this Bridge Troll getting 3 or taking damage, stuff like that, that gets some serious stuff going on there in terms of value. Regardless, so Bible's at 12 mana right now, 13 with the Battleforge. I'm wondering if he's going to cast armor, or if he's just going to go straight for the weapon. And I'm not really sure what the correct move here is. Probably armor, just because you see your opponent attacking your mage. But then again, Bibble might be trying to get super aggressive. And he might be trying to say, okay, maybe I'll get out, like, I don't know, like the Halberd, and then I'll quick cast armor up. He probably doesn't have mana for that. But regardless, if I were him, I'd probably want to go for the command spells, just to sort of buff yourself in some sort of way, or give yourself the potential. I mean, I'm assuming the whole fight's not going to be here. If the whole fight's here, then yeah, it's kind of a waste. But you know, buffing yourself in some sort of way for offensive purposes would help you win this creature versus creature battle. Then again, getting armor up is like exactly what you want to do when none of these creatures have any sort of piercing. And, you know, knowing Johktari, the Kajara, is very apparent. So it's probably not going to have piercing. So you can probably bet that having armor against that would be good. Personally, I'd probably go armor. But, you know, you got to wait and see. Yeah, Biblo's taking some time to plan here. Man, this is rough. So basically for Shark, his big issue right now is that he has to keep getting creatures out of here. But he really doesn't have the attack spells. And, like, he needs to get that Kajara out. And he needs to start dealing the damage. But his issue, I think, is that he might be a little bit too late to start doing that. Just because of the amount of setup that Biblo has. And what I mean by that is, if he gets that boomerang out, the Kajara, and he rolls, let's just say 5 dice, Biblo can now go, I'm going to get armor this round, 2 more armor next round, and maybe I'll plan some armor just in case of that sort of thing. Meanwhile, my creatures are just going to destroy your guys, and you're just going to run out of mana. Regardless, I think Kajara is just the good choice for Shark, just because he needs to find a way to get repeatable, constant damage out. And attack spells just aren't going to work here. But I guess now he's in a position he has to react to Biblo's plays. Like, getting this armor out, now he has to spend mana to get rid of that armor, so that his non-piercing creatures can actually do damage. It's sort of the problem with committing to, you know, killing the mage without killing all the threats first, is you have to react to what they're doing defensively. Yeah. Rambling. Alright, looks like we're in deployment. It is Shark's initiative. He does pull out a Timberwolf, which this creature is just sort of the backbone of any nature group. Honestly, probably the best level 2 creature in the game. Just because it's basic but great. And here's that armor coming out for Biblo. What I like about Tempered Folds in this situation is that he's getting armor to deal with all these non-piercing things, but he's also saying, I want you to re-roll your rots because it's so unlikely you'll get it. But if you do, you probably won't be able to deal with this. Great play by Biblo here. There is no quick cast. Or there's a quick pass out of Shark on the Tigu. My guess is it's either another dodge or it's Badger Frenzy. Action phases. Nothing out of Biblo for quick. Since he has 9 mana, it makes me think he's saving up for something. Yeah, there's the Badge of Frenzy. And he wants to get these rot... Oh, he's going after the Bridge Troll. So he's going to focus on the Bridge Troll then, because he's reacting in this way. He does get a rot. He gets 3 damage out. Great roll. He does get another roll here. So basically it's going to deal at least 4 damage. Sort of like brings down Regenerate 3 to Regenerate 2. The next roll comes in. It gets... Oh my god, that's painful. It gets 1 damage out of 3 dice and no rot. You know, this Tigu has been rolling really well on the rots, but in terms of damage, it's been subpar. I think he's missed 4 damage out of 9 dice so far. So, you know, a little unfortunate there. Regardless, Bridge Troll's at 4 out of 16, so he's got another 3 from this Falcon, so that's going to deal 7. And you've already used your quick cast as your mage. Ugh, that is not easy, man. So regen 3 is going to really be a factor here. And with Sharkbait only at 3 mana, there's not really much he can do. Alright, and it is Biblo's turn. He's got his Bridge Troll or his mage. 9 mana on the mage. I wonder if he changed his targets to the Bridge Troll because Tempered Folds came out. Because he went, I'm probably not going to get this rot. I might as well just do this. Bridge Troll does roll 5 dice. 5 damage is inflicted. 2 going through. Putting this Tigu at 6 out of 8. And, you know, he's soaked a lot of damage for 9 mana. So, I will give the Tigu that. He's tanked and he's dealt rots. And you can't really argue for that against that. That's really nice. Looks like the Wounded Prey does come out. Putting the Falcon at 4 dice. Only getting 2 out of the 4. Wow. That's unfortunate. Man, these dice are just not going well. For Shark, that's just unfortunate. Regardless, this Biblofilter is going to use his quick cast to target this Tigu. He's using the Piercing 3 Stalagmite. Great move here. It is gonna kill the Tigu. And again, you know, he spent his quick cast and 3 more mana to kill that Tigu. In terms of value, so he took 2 Bridge Troll hits, a Warlord, quick cast, Stalagmite, 3 mana there, and a punch, and a Ballista shot. I would say that Tigu, he dealt, let's see, 2 rots out, 2 damage, an additional 3, I think. So, I mean, in terms of 9 mana, you compare that to, like, I don't know, an attack spell that would be like 2 attack spells. I would say that the Tigu was worth it in this case. The problem is, I think, is that this Bridge Troll is getting so much more value out of it. It looks like we're going to have a punch on this Timberwolf. 4 dice against 2 armor. And it looks like he's going to roll 1 above average, getting 3 through. Which is nice. I mean, think about Timberwolves, they're also decently tanky for their mana cost. And the Rouse the Beast does come out. So, I mean, basically, these are like attack spells in a lot of ways. Like, he just paid 2 mana to get a 5-die attack on this troll. And he's going to roll 1 under again, getting 4 damage through. I think this troll would be close to dead. Let's see. He'd deal another damage here. He probably wouldn't be dead, but he would be close, man. And, it's just a little unfortunate. So, I mean, next round, Shark's just going to have to react and say, how can I kill this troll? He's going to be at 8 life out of 16. I need to deal at least 6 damage to it. It will be Biblo's initiative, so something is probably going to die. So just a lot of bad luck here. And Shark being at 1 mana, he's not going to have a lot of mana to work with next round. Biblo at 6. I mean, decasting in a lair, you know, do you spend enchantments to react to something? It's rough. Alright, so both these players are in their planning phase. Yeah, so let's look at Biblo's play here. So basically he has 15 mana to work with. He's got a almost half-dead Timberwolf and a Thunder Falcon as his opposition. He's got a 5-die piercing 3 attack. And another 5-die attack that he'll probably be able to pull off. I mean, Sharkbait might be able to boulder it for 8 dice if he has a Hawkeye. Can he afford Hawkeye? I think he can afford Hawkeye. And if he rolls average, he'll probably get the kill. So that's kind of your best bet. Other than that, like, your Bibble is probably going to get this 5-die attack, which is going to go after this Timberwolf. I mean, this is probably a dead Timberwolf from a Bridge Troll attack and a Ballista. So, I mean, at 15 mana, Bibble is probably thinking, I could get another Bridge Troll. I could get myself some more armor. I could maybe start getting like Champion's Gauntlets to have a longer game presence in terms of wands and stuff like that. Could just rock this Falcon. You know? If something comes out of this lair, that sort of makes it a better play for Biblo to sort of rely on just like, this is probably going to die from Bridge Troll Ballista attack. I mean, he has the follow-up with the punch. That's not really the end of the world there. So Biblo, if I were Biblo, I'd probably focus on getting an Iron Vine or a Regrowth Belt out of this Battleforge just to counteract this rot. He could do something like Wand of Healing or something else like that to try and start just like playing again for that long game. But in general, I think he should use his mana in this round for either getting another creature out or using attack spells to clear out Sharkbait's creatures. Ideally, this Timberwolf for Sharkbait survives the Bridge Troll Ballista attack, and ideally you Badger Frenzy it. Because then you get a 5/4 die attack, so you'll spend 2 mana. I'm sorry, 3 mana to get a dead troll from Badger Frenzy. But I don't know. I don't know if that's in the cards for him. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But I really think that Biblo is in a very strong position here. This Ballista is just doing crazy good. And like Ballista again is one of those cards that I think it's been around for a long time as a promo. Like years before it was officially released, and it's always been a staple. Before it was War Mage only, just like you saw it in every kind of book. Oh, okay, so we're in deployment now, and it looks like another Falcon comes out for Shark, but a very Halberd comes out. So I mean, you know, he gets a 4-die piercing 1 attack, 5 with his battle seal, and now what Bibble can do is he can do things like, you know, cast Gear Up, give himself commands to get range +1 probably. He could do the guard one too, but you know, it sort of helps him in that sort of like, okay, I need to start, you know, killing stuff. This weapon just sort of helps with that. No quick cast out of Shark. That is super dangerous. The heavy club goes down on this Timberwolf. It gets above average roll, getting 4 damage. This is not a dead Timberwolf, but probably this Ballista will kill it. Which is, you know, it's expected for it to die from these 2 attacks. So I'm not surprised it's dead. It died a little bit more. Oh no, we got, you know, 1 under there. So it took an extra damage that it should have, but it died anyway. And so now we're going to see the quick cast here, and this is going to probably be a rock. No, he's going to enchant this Bridge Troll. This could be a lot of things. It's really tough to say what this is. Maybe some sort of on guard or something like that. Super fast attack here. 4 dice coming out for the Falcon, getting 1 above. Putting this Bridge Troll at, oh no, the Brace Yourself gets revealed. 1 damage going through for this Bridge Troll. This is a great move from Biblo. Just saying, okay, well, you want to focus on this guy? He's gonna have 4 armor for this round. That is rough. This Falcon rolled really well too, and you know, Biblo just countered that so nicely. And I think Brace Yourself is definitely one of those spells you want to have with Bridge Troll. You know, I don't mind Rhino Hide, but Brace Yourself sort of like says, all right, you're not going to spike me down. I want to get another 5-die attack. That's what we're going to do. Biblo's saying I can't really attack anything. I guess I'll just hit your lair. Piercing 1 against 3 armor. Rolling 5 dice, getting 7 damage, 6 of it going through. Is it right? 6? Piercing 1? Wow. That's nice, man. That's some good damage. And this lair's almost halfway dead. And if this lair goes down, I don't think Shark can pull it back. I think it's over at that point. We do see the Kajara come out for Shark. So right now it's a 3-die attack because of range +1. He is going to get Hawkeye, and he's attacking the Bridge Troll, which gets an extra dice as well. So that's going to be 5 dice going at him. 2 of it is going to get through, putting this Bridge Troll now at 11. A nice play here. So these 5-die attacks, basically, he spent 3 mana on Kajara, and now he's going to get 4 or 5 dice every round because of Hawkeye reveal. So, 5 dice for basically 3 mana, but basically free, is really nice every round. And I question Sharkbait's very early move when he moved here and enchanted himself. We haven't seen it get revealed yet, but I kind of wonder if he should have just gone for the Kajara and gone for the extra damage on Biblo. It probably wouldn't have done that much, but he would have had this Kajara earlier. And so instead of spending, mana for 4 or 5 dice attacks, or 3 to 4 dice attacks from the, I guess he roused. I don't know. I guess I would have traded the rouses for just the Kajara throws in general. But, that's just a side note. That being said, man, Biblo just rocking this game out. Super cheap equipment that's doing the job they need to do. Now that he has, Tigu's gone, the Temper Folds is only half as good. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but it was good if it served its purpose, and now it's a solid piece that is already in play. These 2 Falcons out. These are going to be problematic for Biblo if he doesn't have a way to counter them. I'm sure Biblo has rocks and stuff like that, but now that he has the halberd out, if he wants to wand it, he's going to have to spend time switching stuff around, spending mana that way. But then again, Biblo's at 19 mana, so... And in general, I gotta say, I'm impressed with Biblo's ability to just use his Mage's Punch. He double moved round 1, and he's just been sitting there saving mana by punching things. And, a 4-die attack is super nice. Regardless, I'm curious to see how these Falcons work out. I don't know what chance they have of living for very long. Let's see. So this troll is at 9 damage. Again, you could boulder it. The boulder's gonna deal 8 dice, so it'll probably die. That would save you 5 dice here. Biblo probably has another troll. He's got another troll waiting. But I guess we just gotta wait and see what happens. All right, and we are in deployment phase here. Another Thunder Rift Falcon comes out, and the Regrowth Belt out for Biblo. So this Regrowth Belt, it's just solid to have in your book, but it's countering that Rot now, which is really nice for Biblo. Now he doesn't have to spend mana thinking about it. And we're going to see a Hurl Rock come out of Shark, actually. It's going to roll 6 dice. It's going to get 1 under. That is seriously unfortunate. But, it gets 6 damage through. It probably wouldn't have killed him. But regardless, it is unfortunate to roll 1 under, because then you're looking at, an extra 2 damage instead of 1. The Falcons do 3, so it should get it. But, man, that is just rough for Shark in this game. Regardless, we're probably going to see a... Oh, it is Shark's initiative. So he's actually just going to kill this troll right now. This is probably what was going to happen. And Bibble looks like he's not trying to stop it. This Falcon does come in and just pecks at this bridge troll to death. Getting 4 critical, you know, when he has 0 armor. Now, if Bibble has another bridge troll, this would be the time to bring it out. The question is, against 3 Falcons, you probably want something that's gonna deal with that. Maybe some sort of hail of stone or something. I don't actually know. I mean, it looks like he's actually going to be attacking the mage. No armor has been revealed for Shark. Piercing 1, 5 dice out of Biblo's War Mage here. And let's just see what happens. Rolling 1 under. Getting 4 damage through it, looks like. No reveal from Shark. So probably not a Rhino Hide. Then again, Shark only has 3 mana. Maybe he wants to use it for something. Regardless, this Falcon's probably going to go in here. Does he attack the mage? No, he attacks the ballista. I like this move a lot. He gets 1 damage through. This is expected out of 3 dice and 2 armor. You know, it kind of stinks he didn't roll damage on those dice, but it probably wouldn't have rolled anyway. He's going to move to the right one with his mage. Looks like he wants to keep this his mage moving around. No! Johktari rolling... 5 dice, getting no damage in that ballista. An expected 3 outcome there. That is... I mean, how do you plan around that? You know? Regardless, the ballista would have been at, let's just say, 4. So he would have needed to deal 4 during the first quick cast in order to actually deal with that. So that's rough, man. Pillar of Righteous Flame goes down. For Biblo. And this is a Falcon killer, man. It looks like he's going to hit the mage, but yeah, he's going to focus mainly on the mage right now, it looks like. He gets 1 damage. Jeez. Biblo rolling 4 dice, 1 damage going through. That is, jeez, that's frustrating, I'm sure. But, you know, it's just kind of been one of those games where I haven't really seen anyone roll crazy dice either way, but I would say Shark's probably behind a little bit on dice. Sorry, one of them asked me a rules question here. I'm going to just verify it. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, the pillar going after Shark, I actually have to disagree with that move. Like, I feel like Bibble is willingly giving up the creature game. And he might think he has a solid lead that he can just focus down Shark. With enough boulders and stuff, and rocks, it is possible. But, like, as Shark gets more and more of a creature advantage, that's going to be kind of problematic. I mean, I just, I don't know, man. Well, it looks like Biblo is disconnected. And he's messaging saying he thinks he was gonna lose. Shark's offering to restart the whole match. Oh, jeez. But Biblo's saying he thought he was gonna lose this game, which I think he was in an okay position. I don't think he necessarily lost it yet. But I'm guessing Biblo doesn't have much more to deal with this. Just make sure. Technically, by the rules, if you disconnect, you lose the match, just because we don't want to have to restart matches because you're in a bad position. But I don't think Bibble was in that bad a position, so this is probably an accidental, disconnect. But Shark's offering to just restart it, which, we have the replay, so we can actually resume where we came from. But it looks like Bibble thinks he lost this match. So we're just going to call it here. And that's kind of this game. So sorry, everyone, if you wanted to see what happened here. This was a interesting sort of match on how to fight this aggressive Johktari style. I really think Biblo and Shark, this game wasn't over. And I really think that either one still could have won. But Bibble thinks that he lost this. So with him disconnecting, that's just going to be it. So I appreciate you guys for joining us. All right, Shark. Well, I just want to congratulate you on the win.
Thanks. I think. For default.
Yeah, right. I was actually really impressed with how Bibble was fighting you, but I want to hear your words on this. Like, how do you feel about your Johktari, and how do you feel about how he played against it?
He played it pretty well. I think given another 5 turns, it would have looked very ugly for him.
I mean, yeah, he didn't have any creatures while you had 3 Falcons.
And it was over. And the Pillar of Righteous Flame on the layer was probably not the place to put it, because those birds were evacuating that zone.
You were just going to be gone. It looked like
they were going to be gone.
It looked like he kind of tried to focus on your mage more.
Yeah, when he started
at the
doing
end.
that, I felt good about it, because the target switch helped me out.
Okay, so like because your creatures can keep getting the damage on.
Yeah, and I had to brace yourself on for any kind of weird rolls.
That was a brace yourself. Very cool. Were you planning on taking out that ballista at any point?
Yeah, that was the next one to go. The
okay,
was target 2 after the troll, and if I could roll better, I'd be happier. But I mean, it worked out anyway.
Yeah, I know. Some of those rolls, even on both sides, like I think you got kind of the shorter end there, but like both sides were kind of rolling, you know.
They were all at least -1, I think, from both sides. I'm like, that's not a fun game.
Yeah, the Tiga was hilarious. He kept getting rots, but he just wouldn't. Yeah. He wouldn't get damage. It was really funny to watch.
Just enough venom, but no
Well, hey Shark, I just want to congratulate you on that game, and thanks. I look forward to watching your next match.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're just gonna play. You wanted to play a rematch for fun, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Bibbo said, I know he said that he's like, all right, I was probably gonna lose this, so let's just play for funds. So
yeah, that's what he told me. I gave him the option to restart instead, but he didn't want it.
So is there any last words you have before I end the stream?
When in doubt, kill with fire.
All right, thank you so much, Shark. Congratulations again. See you next game.
Thank you.